Hey there, card folks, Speed Robo here, and welcome to a new episode of Legacy's Allure, Blitz Brawl. Today with me on the caster's couch, I have the wonderful modding extraordinaire, Dex. How are you doing today, pal?
I'm good today, Speed Robo. I'm very excited to see some Blitz games. And then, well, we've got Draft Duel coming up after this, I hope, a bit later this week. We've got Moonfassa and Gravy playing against each other today. Not quite sure what decks they're bringing, but honestly, Moonfassa, he won the last tournament with some crazy Bowmaster tech, and I have no doubts he will provide an awesome game for us.
Exactly. Both of these players are a blast to watch, so without further ado, let's get to the battlefield and play some Blitz.
Absolutely, let's go.
All right, and here we are in the game. We've got Moonfassa on blue and Gravy on red. It looks like Moonfassa is playing a Tristan list, and Gravy is going to be using Kaladrix. Any thoughts on this, Dex?
Well, first let's have a look at the list. So, Moonfassa, he's got a lot of Squires going on. There's actually a lot of low health units on his end. He's got Squires, Shieldbearers, Crossbowman. But as we do know, Squire is the best unit in the game, so I don't see how Moonfassa could possibly lose this with 4 Squires.
Absolutely. Let me go ahead and make sure the guys know that they are ready to begin the roll-off.
Absolutely.
But what
will hurt for those Squires is going to be Kaladrix with Blade Echo 3. That could be a bit of a nightmare on Moonfassa's
Oh, absolutely. Moonfassa's brought a lot of small and squishy units to the table. A lot of 3 health and lower cards that are very vulnerable to that Blade Echo, including Moonfassa's key card, Grand Wizard, is even vulnerable to it.
Oh, wow, I didn't see he had a Grand Wizard in here. What? Oh, that's so high.
Moonfassa is playing a classic Erengard spellcaster list, and Gravy is going to be the attacker, and Moonfassa is going to be the defender for this game, which I think is actually in Moonfassa's favor. With the spellcaster type list, you generally want your to play more passively, I would say.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. If you're playing with Grand Wizard, you want your opponent to come to you. It's probably its most hefty ability that it's got on there is Arcane Blast. 2 mana and 3 range, deal 4 magic damage to a target enemy unit. That can basically just blast something right out of the game. But it's only 3 range, so he really does want his opponent coming to him.
Absolutely, but I think Grand Wizard's key ability is that teleport, especially in conjunction with Battering Ram.
Absolutely. Has Moonfassa brought a Battering Ram with him? He has! So yeah, looks like we will be seeing a Grand Wizard teleporting a Battering Ram and trying to take out as many units as it can with that push ability. It can push things off of the map. It's completely insane.
And speaking of teleport, it looks like Gravy is going for a similar strategy, but with Sylvan. Double Grovekeeper Druid just hit the board. And what makes that so interesting for the folks watching at home is that the first Grovekeeper Druid in round 1 can summon a treant, and the second one can use Safe Haven to relocate a allied unit adjacent to that treant right out of the gate.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a really good way for Sylvan's already a fast faction, but this is a really good way to pick up even more speed. Just teleport Kaladrix to a treant or something, and then just charge in. He's got Velocity Greaves on him, and then Blade Echo all of those Squires right out of the game.
This is going to be a fast and explosive game, without a doubt. No doubt in my mind on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's quite interesting to me is the cards that these players have brought. It's quite clear to me that Moon is trying to be defensive and Gravy's trying to be aggressive. So we're going to see a lot of action with that. A very defensive card that Moonfassa has brought is Shield Bash on Tristan.
Yes.
So it can exhaust target enemy adjacent units and deal 1 physical damage. That's just... Yeah, do you want to explain what that's going to do?
Yeah, what I'm really thinking that that's going to do is it's going to be able to shut off things like an out-of-position Bull Elk or Ursa Major. Bull Elk, especially, it is important to use that Shield Bash against because of the Steadfast ability. This means that Bull Elk cannot be charged by any enemy units. And so Shield Bash is going to help Moonfassa knock that Bull Elk down a peg and then move in to clean it up at the start of the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's exactly what he's going to have to use it for. It's also quite a nice counter to the teleport strategy, because if something's teleporting in, Moon needs to deal with that as fast as possible, and the best way to stop a unit from doing something is by exhausting it.
I agree. I completely agree with that. The other interesting thing that I noticed is that the different hero builds are... Like, we're seeing 2 key different hero strategies here, where Gravy is going with a high investment hero, and Moonfassa is going with a low investment hero. And I think we're going to see both be equally effective during this game. Tristan, all he really needs to do is get off 3 shield bashes to be good. But going with this high investment on Kaladrix turns him into an Ultra Knight with splash damage. And I think that's very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to need to make sure he gets some proper good value out of Kaladrix, though. Otherwise, it could be wasted gold. He is still, like, he's 5 health and 1 armor, but that's still quite squishy. So if he stands next to that Battering Ram, he's going down quite fast.
Well, I do think one thing to point out is that Moonfassa's setup kind of counters Kaladrix specifically. Magic damage, like from Tempest Mage and Grand Wizard, is unaffected by armor. Armor only reduces physical damage. So Grand Wizard can blast Kaladrix and immediately take him down to 1 health.
Yeah, and that could cause a whole lot of trouble for Gravy. Losing Kaladrix with that kind of investment in him, what, he's got 11 gold in him, that's a whole 1/8 of his army right down the drain.
Yep. And basically what the 2 casters are saying, the TLDR of what's coming out of our mouths during this placement phase, is that this is anyone's game. We genuinely have no idea what's going to happen here.
Yeah, absolutely. On Gravy's side, he's got some teleporting shenanigans. Moon has also got some teleporting shenanigans, but not until round 2. I think, honestly, for Gravy, the priority is take out that Grand Wizard as fast as possible and ignore that Battering Ram until the end of the game, at which point you just start absolutely wailing on it.
Yeah, another really interesting thing that you can see going on is that Gravy decided to go light on units, but high value on his units, whereas Moonfassa was just like, I'm taking 4 2-gold units, like, what, 5 3-gold units, a 4 gold, right? Like, he's very low end.
All of his gold is in Battering Ram, Spellbreaker, Grand Wizard, and Royal Griffin, pretty much.
Exactly.
And that High Priest, not to forget, that is gonna do wonders for him this game. Healing for 4 on, a unit like Battering Ram with armor 2, that is just absolutely huge. It could make him go from half health to full health, and he's got armor 2, so he's hard enough for Sylvan to kill already. And the game has started. Awesome.
Yep, they clicked begin battle phase. Does everything look good on your end?
It's all good on my end.
All right.
So, what is it? Is it all good on theirs?
Yeah, no, everything seems good.
Okay, wonderful. What we are about to see from Gravy is, I think he is about to summon a Trient, and you were saying earlier, Speed Robo, how Moonfassa has gone for all those low-cost units, and that'll put him up on action so that he can delay until the end of the round, at which point he can teleport and use his Battering Ram. But Gravy actually has more actions than it may seem, because summoning these Trients, he's got 2 more units on the board that he didn't have once the draft began, and it's going straight on the center hex. Wow.
Yeah, and honestly, that's That's just kind of genius. Let's be real. Immediately position his Grovekeeper Druids not only so that that Druid is protected, but that he can summon that Treant straight to center hex. And Treant, with Steadfast and that one additional shield, it's going to be a tough nut to crack even for the Spellcaster Blaster setup.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that the Treant's in the center of the board, that other Grovekeeper can teleport basically any of his units right next to Treant, and then they can wreak absolute havoc in the back line.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's going to be a +1 cast range if I'm not mistaken. And Gravy, taking no even time to think about it, he's just like, all right, I'm just going to get my Treant out of that.
Yeah, he doesn't want the
Not even
Treant
going to deal with that Tempest Mage.
in the cast range. That's fair enough. That's 42 damage otherwise.
Well, I think it's smart because now it also pulls it out of Grand Wizard's range too.
That is also true. What actually you might not have noticed is he can teleport a Glade Hawk to his Treant, and suddenly High Priest in the back line is being threatened.
Oh, that's really good, actually. Oh, that's so nasty. I love it.
And I am wondering if he'll see the move. He is hovering his hand over Glade Hawk right now.
No, what's more important is, did you see what Moonfassa just did?
I don't see what that move does for him, to be honest.
He sacrificed his Squire to kill Grovekeeper Druid.
How's this done this? Oh!
Watch and learn. All I'm gonna say is watch and learn, my friend.
On here. Wow.
Battering Ram time, baby.
Battering Ram pushes all chained units behind it back 1 hex. If this Grovekeeper gets pushed off the board, it's going right down, and that Squire will be sacrificed, but oh my goodness, will that be worth it to take that 9 gold Grovekeeper.
That's so worth it. You're trading 2 gold for 9. I'd take that any day of the week. All I want to see now is Moonfassa to pull that trigger so that I can scream hypest play of the decade.
Absolutely. I'm surprised he hasn't done it straight away, because it pushes Ursa Major back into a suboptimal position as well. And if he doesn't do this now, Gravy can just break up the chain by moving Ursa Major.
He can break up the chain by moving Ursa Major, and the other thing it does is it pushes Treant back by 1, so his teleports are weaker too. Like, it's just so crazy. Oh, I see what he's worried about. He's worried that if he lets this go, what Kaladrix is going to do is he's going to come in and kill the Crossbowmen with Blade Echo.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. I just saw that and was about to comment on that. That's 6 gold down the drain if he lets that go.
Okay, fair enough, I guess. But do it for the people, Moonfassa. Do it for the people.
I absolutely agree. That is the move that has to happen next.
And I'm going to be honest, I don't think it matters. I think those Crossbowmen are lost anyway. And if Kaladrix does go in and take the Crossbowmen, Kaladrix then dies to a Grand Wizard teleport.
Yeah, that and also the fact that he'd be stood next to Battering Ram for the next round anyway. It's not a nice place to be.
Exactly. Come on, Moon. Come on, Moon. It's not worth it. Do Battering Ram. Just ram him. Just ram him, buddy. I believe in you so much, dude. I believe in you. This is good. This is value. You can kill the Kaladrix if he does it.
I do think that would be a bad move on Gravy's part if Kaladrix went straight in for that kill, because, yeah, right in range of Grand Wizard. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He's not taking the option. Do you think Gravy's seen what's going on, or is he gonna miss it?
If Gravy missed it, I think this is good. But at this point, Moonfassa's banking on Gravy missing the chain, which I don't think is a great play.
I mean, it does force Gravy to move his Ursa Major earlier than he would otherwise like in range.
Yeah, so it's still good. Yeah, he saw it. It's still good. It forces the Ursa Major to move.
Is that illegal?
It has allied pathing.
Oh,
that's legal.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, absolutely. Squire can be moved right through the Crossbowman with Ursa Major's raw ability.
Yeah. At this point, I think the play is have Crossbowman move to H4. Have the G6 Crossbowman move to H4 and shoot Ursa Major for 2.
Just down here. Yeah, I think that's the play.
I think that's the play. because then that blocks Kaladrix Blade Echo from being really devastating.
It really doesn't. He can go right around the edges and hit this crossbow.
Oh, right. Yeah, it doesn't. You're right. It doesn't actually do anything, I guess.
Although it's some nice quick damage on Ursa Major. I definitely wouldn't mind it if I were him.
Yep. Wacky idea. No, it's bad. It doesn't actually work. Never mind. Ignore me.
So, while all the play right now is going on the right-hand side of the board, we haven't even considered what's going on the left-hand side.
Oh. Well, I mean, this is exactly what we were talking about with this high-impact, high-explosion game, right? Like, both players are just going at it.
Blade Echo right there. 6
Blade
gold
Echo
right off the battlefield. Not
right
much
there.
that Gravy can do about it, except an Arcane Blast from the Grand Wizard would hurt Kaladrix a lot.
No, better idea. You use Grand Wizard to teleport Kaladrix to G6 and then Battering Ram.
But Grand Wizard cannot teleport in the first round, so he will not be able
Oh my goodness, you're right. Never mind, that doesn't work. You're gonna have to Arcane Blast that.
But yeah, as I was saying, on the left-hand side of the board, we've still got big hitters going on, like Royal Griffin, Tristan, and Bull Elk. Heck, we haven't even talked about Royal Griffin today.
Yeah.
This card is awesome. It gains an additional action each round, which means this thing can run up to Sylvan backlines. It's got 3 power. Most Sylvan stuff has 3 health or less. This thing can chew through 2 units a turn.
Dude, good cards are good, man. I don't know what else. What else you need?
I'm very excited to see how that plays
Oh my
out.
goodness.
So Grand Wizards hit the Kaladrix now. What do you think of that move?
I think it's good. It sets Kaladrix up for death by Squire at the start of the next round.
That would probably be my favorite way to see Kaladrix die ever in this game.
It's just, I think it's good. I think it's very good. But I think it is interesting and fun to see all the action happening on the right side of the board. It's like watching 2 JV chess players at state going at it, where they're just developing their one side of the board that has all the action happening, and they've got like a rook, a knight, and a bishop that haven't been moved all game, you know? That's kind of what's happening here.
It's absolutely brilliant.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, I've played some Legacy's Allure games where my opponent has drafted everything on one side of the board, and we have basically not even used half the board all game, and it feels really fast-paced, really claustrophobic. It's a lot of great fun.
I think this is good as well, using the Grovekeeper to teleport Kaladrix back and then the Deepwood to heal. I think that's legit.
Yep, that's a solid idea. I'm not sure why he's not going for it. Maybe he wants to save the teleport for something else?
The one thing I could see him using the teleport on this round is Bull Elk to center. Like, that would be legit good, because then you could one-shot Spellbreaker.
Yeah, and then threaten Grand Wizard for next round. That would be really, really scary.
Yeah, I think this is better, though. Just save the Kaladrix. He's very much the ace of this army, so I'd do what I could to keep him alive.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. I think maybe instead of moving Kaladrix back, though, to be healed, might have been a better option to move the healer forward so that Kaladrix is in position for next round.
Yeah, there's an argument to be made there. I do think overall this is the safer play.
Yeah, it's definitely a much safer way to play. He can just hang back here for the rest of the round, eat up those actions for a little bit. One shield on High Priest is definitely going to be really good for Moonfassa, because that Glade Hawk is no longer a threat.
Yep, the Glade Hawk is just completely negated. And then the other Shieldbearer can even toss it on Spellcradle Seraph, and then both Glade Hawks just don't do anything the entire game, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. At that point, they only need to be used for chip damage.
Yep. And their chip damage isn't even that good, because Battering Ram has 2 armor, so the main thing that you would want, like, the main tank on the board that you'd want to deal that 1 extra point of damage to, you can't.
Yeah, if I were him, I'd be throwing my Glade Hawk into Royal Griffin, honestly, so that he's ready to be taken by Bull Elk at any given opportunity.
Oh, I just realized something. That Battering Ram is going to be a huge problem for Gravy.
Yeah, I'm not
Gravy?
sure how he gets through the armor.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Gravy did not bring any break, and he did not bring True Strike, which would have given Kaladrix pure damage. Oh, I love this. Moonfassa, no fear, running up, immediately shield bashing that Bull Elk. I respect it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is one thing you can do when you have a low investment hero. You can just kind of sack it at opportune moments and not worry about it.
I'm not even sure if it's a sack, to be honest. I think Tristan can only just survive this. So he's got nothing to worry about. That's just an exhausted Bull Elk that's not doing anything this round and will be in a poor position next round as well.
Yeah, looking like it. I don't know what Tempest Mage is going to be doing, though. And I will say, I think the turn 1, round 1 move of Spellcradle Seraph giving Tempest Mage +1 cast range is kind of why the left side of the board has seen so little action.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There's just a whole zone of 3 threat range around that thing where it can deal 2 damage. On Sylvan, that's pretty rough to deal with because they've got very low health units, so they can just go down in one hit like that.
Now, one thing I will say that I think is a bit of a miss is Royal Griffin to center. Personally, I would have done Royal Griffin to C3 directly in front of that Deepwood Sentinel, because that would then allow Royal Griffin to block Tristan from taking Ursa Minor damage, and it would allow Royal Griffin to like capture that Deepwood Sentinel or put some pain on Bull Elk. You know, something a lot more proactive, moving
the Royal Griffin in center, though, I think is actually a setup move. I don't think he's planning on using it to attack this round. I think he's trying to go right into this E1 Hex, where Glade Hawk has just been moved, and he was planning to threaten both of the Grovekeepers, but Gravy has seen that, and that will not be happening today.
I didn't even see that move, and that's why I'm stuck on commentary purgatory forever, you know, because I'm just not good enough at the game. I miss those moves sometimes.
Yeah, but Moon, I think he's in a pretty suboptimal position with that Griffin now. The Hunter can get 3 damage. That thing could die right away next round if he's not in the first section.
My goodness.
The Battering Ram, I didn't see that.
I didn't even see it. The whole time, the Royal Griffin was a sacrifice to set up for the Grovekeeper Druid kill.
It was never even meant to survive this round. I mean, it still will survive this round and maybe provide a threat next round. But wow. Now Battering Ram is also next to Ursa Major, dealing 5 power next round, which will one-shot Ursa Major unless it's healed.
That's pure madness. And Gravy just skipping out. He knows he needs to go first or that Ursa Major is toast.
There is nothing he can do but go first. That is absolutely huge for Moonfassa.
And the thing is that Royal Griffin is living, so now there's a like full-blown 5-pronged fork going on between Battering Ram and Ursa Major and Royal Griffin and every card in Gravy's army.
Absolutely. Even with first action, Gravy cannot defend against everything that's going on here. Moonfassa, I'm sure, is about to start moving up things like that Tempest Mage, ready to threaten next round. And then Battering Ram can one-shot Ursa Major, or Royal Griffin can one-shot 4 of the units around it. Everything is in trouble on Gravy's side.
Wow, that Battering Ram play. That spun the entire game in Moon's favor. We were just saying, oh, I don't know about Moon's positioning. Oh, this doesn't look good. And he was just like, all right, morons, watch this. I win.
Absolutely. Yeah. And
wow.
That's how Moon plays the game. He sees these moves that nobody else sees. He's got some crazy good plans. He's honestly probably the best upcoming Legacies Allure player. He's actually fairly new to the game.
Moonfassa, a well-regarded Faria player, if I remember correctly.
Yep, that's right.
And it's not really a surprise that he took like a fish to water when moving into Legacies Allure. Those 2 games, they share a lot of DNA and a lot of the same strategies, and it is great to see a champion of the Faria community coming over and having fun with our game as well. And honestly, I'd love to see more pro Faria players come on over and give Legacy's Allure a shot, because if Moon is any indicator, not only are they going to be great at the game, they're going to be great people to play the game with.
Yeah, absolutely agreed.
So yeah, now it's Gravy's got to figure out next round how to mitigate as much of this damage as possible, and I genuinely think it is getting Ursa Major out of that situation. Gravy's gonna need Ursa Major just to try and deal with Battering Ram in the late game. So I think this means sacrificing his Deepwood Mystic to that Royal Griffin.
Yeah, something's gonna have to go down on Gravy's side. I don't think it can be Ursa Major. I'm just wondering how Moonfassa is gonna set up for the next round as well, to be honest. Everything's defended. Those Squires are actually coming in quite clutch. Ursa Major cannot currently move next to High Priest or next to the Shieldbearer or whatever, because that Squire sat there, can deal 2 free damage, and then Grand Wizard pops it for the last 4 health with an Arcane Blast.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
I like it.
Spellbreaker there. It's got a shield on it. It's not going to die in 1 hit.
This Moonfassa...
Wow.
Moonfassa's smelling blood in the water, and he's pressing his advantage. I strongly agree with everything that's going on down here.
Yeah,
and those Squires just coming in, blocking the Tempest Mage from dying. Squire to center. Honestly, I want to see it move that. Put that Squire right in that center.
I think the meme move of Squire to center is... It's just solid. I would be moving him next to Kaladrix, I think, in this situation. Just blocking Ursa Major a little bit more.
Dude, can we seriously talk about how Squire is proving itself to be, like, no joke, one of the best 2 gold units in the game? Originally, Squire was one of the was considered by the community to be one of the worst 2 gold units, because I mean, look at this thing. It's a vanilla, right? But sometimes you just need a guy with 3 movement, allied pathing, and 2 health.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the strongest thing about this card is the 2 power, honestly. Just, this thing moves up fast, and then threatens smaller units. It's especially good against Sylvan, so...
I mean, heck, it's a 2 gold unit that trades with that 4 gold Norfang Hunter down on the G2 hex, you know?
Yeah,
like,
if it can get down fast, it can really, really threaten some stuff. It was a meme when people started playing it. They're like, yeah, go Squire. But we found out through this meme that it's actually good, and I'm loving it.
It's really good. It is genuinely such a good card. And now it's over to Gravy, and Gravy is just sitting here, and he's, like, I think what he needs to do right now is take his time, think through the entire round before he makes his first move, because cards are going to be flying off this board. As the second Gravy makes his first move, it's going to go lightning fast.
I am wondering what he wants to save first, though. Gotta be Ursa Major, but what does he do with it?
It's gotta be Ursa Major. At this point, weird idea. I'm thinking Ursa Major to E3 right in front of his Tethir Archer to roar Tristan away from, like, dealing damage to Bull Elk or something like that.
He could do that. He could also use the teleport on the Grovekeeper Druid to get it out there and then still have the use of it left. But I'm not
that's
sure
not bad.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the best move, because he's going to want to summon that second Treant before that other Grovekeeper is gone.
Yep,
we'll see where
for
it
sure.
Goes. Getting Ursa Major out of there, and roaring the Spellbreaker. Ooh! Next to the Treant. I'm not sure that's legal.
It is not legal, unfortunately, because of this hex is not considered to be away from Ursa Major. Therefore, Spellbreaker cannot make that move. because it is not technically away from Ursa Major. Right, so that is not a move that you can do.
Let's just wait for Gravy to make his decision on where that card goes now, because his plans have been foiled by the rules, unfortunately.
Can I move bear if possible hexes? I'm all occupied. Should not work. Should not work. Yeah, I'm currently I'm also kind of the judge for this right now, so I'm letting the players know that Ursa here to roar here to roar here is not a legal move. Yeah, the roar must be away. So, Gravy... Oh, this is actually really smart. Rooting the Royal Griffin.
Right, of course. The Treant's passive,
yeah.
how could we forget? When this unit attacks Root the Defender this round. That's stopping the Royal Griffin going anywhere. I like it.
He is sacrificing the Ursa Major for this, but I do think it's ultimately going to be worth it, because there just was no good move for the Ursa Major to make anyway.
Yeah, the death of Ursa Major is somewhat inevitable at this point.
Yep.
Yep. And he's guaranteeing that the Royal Griffin dies with him. I think it's good. He's down on the gold for that trade. It's an 11 for 9, but given the positioning he's in, that's a sacrifice he's gotta make. And I think it's his best bet.
It's the sacrifice he's gotta make because on it. Oh no, the
High Priest is better than we remember. It can heal for 2 when it removes a debuff as well.
That D-spell ability is just so strong, and we are back to Gravy being in trouble. Now this I really like. This I really like. It saves the Ursa Major and the Deepwood Mystic. Overall, I think that's actually the best possible play
he's also prevented the Royal Griffin from taking that Tethir Archer, because then it's sat next to Bull Elk, where it will just die.
Yeah, I think that's incredibly solid.
Yeah, and Gravy's setting up his threat ranges here as well with the damage on Royal Griffin. If he can ping it for just 1 more damage with a Glade Hawk or with his Tethir Archer, suddenly Kaladrix can charge it to death.
Yes. Yes, all of that is true. And the Tethir Archer can, like, ping and then move up 1 and get away from that Royal Griffin as well. Like, all of that's an option.
Yep, so many ways to get away from that thing at this point.
Yep, Spellbreaker putting the 3 damage on Ursa Major. Ursa Major then gonna roar the Spellbreaker away and move out of range of that Battering Ram.
Yep.
Gravy managed to worm his way out of one of the worst situations I have seen in a long time. Genuinely impressive play.
He took a good amount of time thinking about that, and then he managed to succeed. I wouldn't have been able to do the same. I would have conceded.
No.
Round 2,
There's no
honestly.
way.
Both players performing absolutely fantastically here.
Yep.
I
mean, like I said, these are 2 tournament winners, you know, and they're showing why they're tournament winners.
Field bashing the Bull Elk, I think he's thinking about.
Probably one of the best moves he's got left. His Royal Griffin is not in any direct danger at this time, so taking out the Bull Elk is generally pretty good.
The best thing that Gravy can do next, though, is just ping it for 1 damage with that Tethir Archer. Suddenly, Kaladrix can charge it to death.
Yep. I think that's kind of the play here.
And he can move that Tethir Archer with charging away.
And
he's doing it.
Yeah, and there he goes.
Nice.
It's good. It's good. He's double checking if that's really what he wants to do. Changing his mind.
A hit from the Hunter also makes sense, I suppose?
Yeah, Hunter's also good. If he does ping Royal Griffin with Tethir Archer, what Royal Griffin's going to do is capture Hunter. Because Kaladrix has it dead to rights.
And at this point, this Deepwood Sentinel can use its maneuverability to get that Hunter right out of there.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. So it's all down to what Moonfassa wants to do here. Now, what's interesting is that Moonfassa was winning on position, but technically he's down... No, he's up on gold, excuse me, with the Grovekeeper Druid being taken out.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's only a little bit.
It's only a little bit, and not for long. I think this Royal Griffin is toast no matter what he does.
Yeah, and I'm not quite sure what that Grand Wizard's really doing for him right now.
It's one of the stranger plays I think I've seen. I'm not sure why.
Why would
Royal
you
Griffin
take the Glade? Oh! Grovekeeper Druid has 2 power.
Yeah, it does. That's exactly why I was like,
take it. Wow.
That's exactly why I was like, I'm not sure what that was about. Because Grovekeeper Druid just has a free take there.
Yeah, Royal Griffin goes down to being a little too greedy for that Glade Hawk. Grovekeeper Druid does the first melee attack I've ever seen that unit do, taking out a Royal Griffin of all those things. Wow. Yep,
Grovekeeper Druid's one of my favorite cards. A lot of people forget that it's a unit after it's done, spending its mana, but, 2/2/2 as a stat line, that does things.
I will say Grovekeeper Druid is probably one of my favorite artworks in the game as well.
Great art,
Look at that old man. Wow.
Oh, man. This game has some absolutely fantastic artwork. He's changed his mind.
I'm not sure he should.
I think it was a cool play. I think it was funny.
I think
maybe he just wants to summon that Treant this round. Maybe he just was like, alright, fine, I'll take it with Kaladrix to summon the Treant,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me as well. Kaladrix can do the same job. He's gonna need to take it out
I think getting that Treant out sooner is better, because the sooner you get it out, the more actions you get to do with it. Which is important to keep in mind. Oh, my cat would like to join us. Hello. There you go.
He's thinking of going for Kaladrix?
I mean, it's a tough call, and I get it. Personally, I go for Grovekeeper Druid because it's funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm more about the funny plays than the good plays.
He's gone for Kaladrix. I think that's very fair, to be honest.
Yeah. Either's good. Kaladrix is a little not active at the moment, and being down 1 Grovekeeper Druid means that he doesn't really have teleports to spare to get Kaladrix back in the action.
Tell you what, though, I'm seeing a lot of play where Gravy can seriously threaten some of the cheaper units on the left-hand side of the board just by summoning a Tristan right next to them, charging Ursa Minor up. Suddenly, there goes your Squire, there goes your Shieldbearer, Tempest Mage, that's going down next round.
I think that could be a very strong move, and here it goes, Grand Wizard letting the teleport rip.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's be honest, we all knew this was coming. This had to happen at some point this game.
And Battering Ram is here.
Yeah, the Treant or the Bull Elk, I think he's gonna, or Kaladrix if he doesn't move the Archer away. That's gonna hurt. I think the best bet would be to get rid of that Bull Elk for Gravy, for Moonfassa even. Yeah, that's just a lot gone down.
I am not sure. And this is one of the things about Blitz, is that sometimes you leave a hole in your army and you accept the consequence of it, and the hole that Gravy left in his army was he didn't have a way to deal with armor, and now he's having to accept the consequences of that choice.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just one Norfang Sorcerer in this army would have Made it a lot easier to deal with that Battering Ram.
Yeah, just silence, break, or even root the thing to prevent the teleports, and he'd be in a much better position.
Ooh.
Oh no. Oh, that's
brutal.
Vile.
Okay, he's saving Kaladrix by maneuvering a Sentinel.
Okay, yeah, but
also,
like...
that Squire is threatening the Grovekeeper if it doesn't move.
Oh no. Oh my god, Squire is the best card in Moonfassa's army. It's doing the most work. I'm not even kidding. This card is actually insane.
It's crazy good. Oh, here comes the Treant though, next to the Tempest Mage. I think just exhausting the Treant is
yeah, just exhaust it with Tempest Mage. Yeah.
Although that will allow a massive threat next round to that Tempest Mage. And Gravy can start approaching Moon's back line. I think Gravy's best bet here is to take out all the backline units. Now that the biggest threat, Battering Ram, is on the back of the board, just advance everything up slowly, taking his time, take out one unit after another, and just forget that Battering Ram's there until the end of the game.
Yeah, I think so. I think the plan to deal with Battering Ram at this point is Treants and Root. I think that's how he deals with it.
The best way, I think.
Over to Moonfassa. He's going to start skipping. Get the go first. I like it. Because then that means Grovekeeper Druid is going down. And that is quite good for Moonfassa. Oh man, that sneaky Squire in front of Kaladrix play. I was excited.
That was a very cool play. Ooh, that Squire again. Just
more Squires.
How worth it they are. That's going to take out either a Glade Hawk or a Tethir Archer.
I'm bringing 18 Squires next game. I don't even care.
Do it.
Like, they are that good.
Just do it.
You know, we run tournaments every Saturday, and I'm thinking next Saturday that I'm available, 18 Squire. That's what we're playing.
I don't think that's even enough Squires, to be honest. Right, what is Moon's first move going to be? Is he going to exhaust with the Tempest Mage or Tristan?
Maybe.
Oh, right, it's Gravy's turn first. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Gravy's going first, that's right.
Yeah.
And Treant take.
Yep, I like it.
He's just letting the Grovekeeper go. Yeah.
I mean, what's the Grovekeeper really going to do for him? He's just got 1 mana left.
Heal that Treant for 2, I guess.
I think the better move would be to absolutely whoosh Kaladrix up right next to the Treant. Use the Safe Haven ability to teleport him to the Treant.
Ooh, that is
suddenly good. He's threatening the Grand Wizard and the units right next to it.
That is good.
I think that Moon has to take the Grovekeeper next round. Well, this turn because of that threat. And I'm not sure if he's seeing it.
I think so, yeah.
He's not seeing
No, just
it.
take the...
He wants the Glade Hawk.
Take the Hawk.
Oh, he's doing it! He's doing something.
He's cashing out the Grovekeeper. Where's he going? What's he doing?
Let's teleport Kaladrix. Go for the big explosion here.
If he does, though, Grand Wizard just blasts Kaladrix.
Right, that is true. He can't sit next to the Grand Wizard. That is, that's a slight oversight on my part right there.
Yeah. Grand Wizard doing an amazing job of being a magic catapult.
Yeah, for sure. 4 damage at 3 range, it hurts pretty bad. It's a massive threat range.
It sure does.
Oh, he's just gonna take the Squire. Very, very fair. We know what those things can threaten right now.
Just put these over in the graveyard for them. Play a little housekeeping. Oh man, Grovekeeper. He's going for it. Now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what's Battering Ram going to do?
Yeah,
Right?
I'm thinking that Battering Ram is actually in a pretty rough spot now. It's not going to be doing much for the rest of the game.
Weird idea. Run Grand Wizard up. Teleport Battering Ram in front of the Treant.
That could be pretty hurtful, yeah. Treant just goes down in one hit there.
And
healing the Treant might be a good move on Gravy's part, though.
yeah, it might be the way to go. Oh, I forgot that Gravy even still had that Deepwood Mystic. My brain was like, oh, it's so died to that Royal Griffin, but no, Gravy just outmaneuvered.
Yeah, absolutely. Still got 2 heals left in him. I think Kaladrix and Treant will be the best targets there, possibly Ursa Major.
Yeah. Ursa Major, I think... So Ursa Major is a strong possibility because if I was Gravy, I would want my Ursa Major to be able to withstand a Battering Ram hit and still get in damage, because I think Ursa Major is how he has to damage Battering Ram at this point. Tristan using that last shield bash on Ursa Minor, honestly, I don't know if that was worth it.
I think it's fine. It's just preventing the inevitable for 1 round longer of Ursa Major running right up into that back line.
Yeah, I guess so. Right now, these boards are looking very even on golden resources.
Yeah, I'll tell you one resource that is missing right now, though. Moonfassa's clock. He's got 5 minutes left, whereas Gravy has got 12.
That Moonfassa might just lose on time or get into time pressure and start making uncharacteristic mistakes. As Moonfassa's proven in this game that his strategic mind and his master plans are working, but they're costly on that time.
Yeah, absolutely. This Grand Wizard and Battering Ram strategy takes a lot to think about, especially with that Royal Griffin with 2 actions per round as well. There's just so much thought that needs to be put into this strategy, and Moonfassa's got that. It's just, has he got the time for that is the real question. But
exactly.
I have seen this man play games with 6 seconds on his clock and an Ultra Knight in his back line and still win. If you haven't already, go watch Moonfassa's video of the most recent tournament. That game against Lara was absolutely fantastic. I'm sure we can link that in the description.
For sure. And just in general, go subscribe to Moonfassa and also subscribe to him on Twitch. Fantastic streamer, streams Legacy's Allure all the time. If you want more content right now, he's the place to go.
Absolutely, yeah. Just healing Kaladrix, I like it. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, not a bad play.
That prevents him from dying from Battering Ram and Grand Wizard. Tell you what, though, he can save his Grovekeeper as well. Just with a sweet maneuver from that Deepwood Sentinel.
Yeah, just a good old Deepwood Sentinel swap, and Grovekeeper is 100% okay, and that teleport threat is still live.
I'm really not sure what Battering Ram could possibly threaten this round if that Grovekeeper's gone.
Not much. Genuinely not much. I do think that this +1 cast range on Grand Wizard is going to be used for some kind of crazy teleport.
It is a combinable ability, so...
It is.
Tell you what, yeah, just ping that Spellbreaker right there. Ursa Major can take that for free next round.
Yeah. I think that's what Gravy's trying to set up into, but we'll have to find out, so stay tuned.
Yeah, he needs to be very careful with that Ursa Major, though, because teleport with the Battering Ram, that's a 1-hit right there. I have a feeling, actually, I know what the Shield Bash earlier was for, though. I think what Moon is setting up is 1 damage on the Ursa Minor, and then teleport the Battering Ram and hit the Ursa Minor for 5 damage, killing it.
That's I didn't even think of that. That's really sneaky. Oh, that's exactly what he's doing, and that's why he set up the Spellbreaker and the Squire around. Oh my gosh!
There it is!
He was setting up for this all the way back at the start of this round. What?
How did we not... Wow, that's crazy. He's miles and miles ahead of...
He's so far ahead of me. I can't keep up with this man. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What is happening?
I'm loving this threat on the Grand Wizard and Spellbreaker next round, though. Oh.
That's really good.
Goodness, that'll be hard to deal with. I think he's got to skip out, and...
Moon's saying, alright, that's fine, I'm just gonna go first. I'm just going to go first.
I mean, I'm not sure it is fine, though, because that Grand Wizard is... Yeah, it's in trouble. So is the Spellbreaker. All that Moon is going to have left...
Nah, you just teleport.
I suppose, but he's not going to have much left by the end of
That's fine.
next round. It might just come down to this Battering Ram. I think Gravy can still pull off a win here.
Oh, I think Gravy can definitely win. I'm looking at this, and I'm Moonfassa, you know, and I'm like...
And there it is! The
Yeah.
Grand Wizard's gone!
Yeah. Moonfassa chose to heal, and that heal sacrificed the Grand Wizard.
That's so much damage. And the Tethir Archer can just one-hit it now.
This is going to be a very tough position for... Moon concedes!
Moon concedes?
He concedes he missed the Grand Wizard kill. That's it, that's game.
He doesn't think he can win without a Grand Wizard, and I can understand why.
You know what? I agree with him, actually, in this position. He's just down on actions too much. Like, you just look at the positioning on the board.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. This Treant can hit Tristan, it can hit the Battering Ram. This Spellbreaker's going down some point this round, and then what's he really got left? Tristan can also go, but this Battering Ram, it's too slow. It's got one movement.
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
it's just too slow.
3 rounds to get to the center hex. It just needs blocking with a couple of units.
Well, or just Treant constantly rooting it over and over again.
Yeah, that would work too. Wow, well played game by both players.
Wow, absolutely one of the most maddening games of Legacy's Allure I've watched in a while. It was back and forth and down to the wire the entire time. Thank you to everybody who joined us for today's episode of Blitz Brawl. I've been Speed Robo, you've been Dex, and we'll both see you next time.
See you, bye-bye.